All right, guys, good morning. We're going to start with 4.03, which is the linear regression. So if you will log into ClassKick, I just uploaded an assignment in there. Angel, that's how online learning works. We have to watch a bunch of videos since we're not in person. So I created a little tutorial and practice homework. I think you'll really like this because on slide number 2, it has like the steps. Nope. Look at what I have on the board. It's not the homework. 4.03 linear regression tutorial and practice. On slide 2, I have clips and steps for you if you're using Desmos. On slide 3, I have pictures and steps again for you if you are using your calculator. Okay, so I want to, I know a lot of people are going to be using different things. So probably some of you are using Desmos, some are using the graphing calculator. So what I'd like to do right now is have you, whichever one you decide that you would like to use, that's totally fine. Okay, if you're using Desmos, you have to use the one that says star version. So there is a Desmos. Let me find it here. There's Desmos this year. It's going to be you're going to be allowed to use it on the star, but it's not like the full. It doesn't have everything that you would get on regular Desmos. So if you want to use Desmos, that's totally fine. You'll have access to this Desmos that I just posted in the chat. You'll have access to that on your STAR test. Okay, so you can either use your calculator, your graphing calculator, or you can use this Desmos link. Well, one's a calculator in your hand, and then one is just using the calculator on the computer. So whichever one you're more comfortable with is totally up to you. They do the same thing. They're both graphing calculators. One is just online and one is in your hand. You can use it in the STAR test, yes. At the so each testing site is different. So Alan, at my testing site in Houston, we give out graphing calculators. So it just depends on the testing site. Most of them have a physical graphing calculator that you can use. You can also, if the school sent you one or you have your own, you can bring that as well. So you can bring your own physical calculator. You can use one that they have. There's one in the STAR test, and there's also Desmos that you can use. So you kind of have a few options. My advice is to choose whichever one you're more comfortable with right now, and then stick with that for the year. That way you know how to use it. Okay? So what I want you to do is you can bring your own. That's totally fine. We're taking algebra. So if you are planning to use Desmos as your graphing tool in your linear regression, I want you to go ahead. Oops, hold on. Let me rewrite that. To look at slide number 2. And I want you to read through the steps. Just read through them first. And then, okay, we're going to get there in just a second, Erica. If you plan to use your graphing calculator, go ahead and read through slide number 3. Okay, just read through your choices, and then you'll open up a new tab, and you can open up your 4.03 homework. Okay, you can open up that homework and use the ClassKick linear regression tutorial to help you work on this. Okay, Angel, then you are good to go unless you have other questions. We're taking the STAR in May. All right, so that's what you're doing right now. You're reading through the Desmos instructions or the graphing calculator instructions. Okay, and then you're going to go to your homework and try to work on your homework. If you have questions on a specific slide, let me know, and I am happy to help you. So, Erica, let's go ahead and meet at slide number 12. You're taking algebra this year for math, Angel. All right, let's see. I'm going to come. Okay, if you don't have any questions on the homework, then you are good to go. Unless you have questions about other homework or something, but if you don't have any questions, you are good to go. All right, Erica, I see you. Let's go to slide 12. There you are. Okay. So, Erica, you're using your graphing calculator, right? Okay, so did you type in your X and your Y's for your stats? Okay, and what did you get for A and B?
I had gotten like a point 0.1 0.15, like just point.
Is this the one you emailed me about? Right, and so then remember it says to round to the nearest tenth. So I was asking you if you were using 0.2.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
have you
actually
tried
going
using
to
0.2?
Yeah, and it's still marked.
Okay, so try to round it to the hundredths. So do like 0.1569, I think was the answer, right? So try doing 0.16, y equals 0.16. And then what was your y-intercept? Your b value. Let's take a look at that too.
It was negative point 0.2,
Okay,
I think.
Okay. So we're going to round this to 0.16. And then our y-intercept, we're going to do negative 0.3. Slide 12, Nola, is in the actual 4.03 homework. So the tutorial and practice that I gave you, or that is up here on the board, that just has all of the steps listed out, like pictures and steps typed out for you. And then I want you to pull up your other Classkick homework assignment for 4.03 and start working on that if you had questions. Yeah, there you go, Erica. You got it. And then do you know how to find the next part?
I just need like a little like a little help on that part, so it can help me with the other.
So it's asking you to predict the tip, which is going to be your y value. So you're looking for y if the next meal is 1050. So if x is 1050, what is y? So when you have this function that you typed out, you're going to plug 10.5 in for x and solve. RJ, your password for Classkick is going to be your student ID. Let me know if that doesn't work. I'm assuming you mean class kick. Good job, Stormy. Okay, Desmos graph. How do you write it? Okay, so Noxia, are you on slide number 2? Go to the 4.03 linear regression tutorial and practice. Okay, perfect. So if you go down, if you slide down, actually I can take a picture of it as well. If you slide down to step 3, one sec. There we go. Okay, good, RJ. All right, if you slide down to step 3, you should see this. So it says, type the expression circled into the row labeled 2. Okay, so right here, it tells you what your M is. That's your slope. And it tells you what B is, which is your y-intercept. So step 4 says, use slope-intercept form and replace M with the value listed and B with the value listed. Okay, so all you're doing is taking the M and the B that they give you and plugging it in to your slope-intercept form, which is right here. Y equals mx plus b. Sure, which I can go over it, but Marley, you'll have to be the one typing it in. But if you'll tell me which graphing you're using, we can kind of talk through it. Okay, Erica, let's take a look. Okay, so Erica, when you type in 0.16 times 10.5 and then subtract 0.3, when you type that in your calculator, what do you get? Because I'm getting a whole number, like a positive number, not whatever you're getting. So do 10.
I got negative 1.
Yeah, but remember we can't tip a negative value. So do 10.5, 10.50 times 0.16. I think you might have subtracted 3 instead of 0.3, and then subtract 0.3 from that.
So subtract 1.68 with point.
So 1.68 minus 0.3. Okay.
Still not giving me a whole number.
Well, what are you typing in? Let's see. Let me go to your slide here. What are you typing in for it?
Well, I'm typing in 10.50 times 1.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to type in the function. You're just typing in the value. So I just want you to go ahead and multiply and tell me just the y value. So you're just telling me what the tip would be.
Change order, or do we always?
So we just times 10.5 times 1.6, 0.1.6.
Times 0.16. And then when you get that number, which you said was 1.68, subtract 0.3 from that. And that's the answer that goes in your predicted value box. Okay, Noxia, let me help you on slide 4. Wait, I don't see you. Oh, are you on? Hold on. Let's find you. Okay, so on slide 4, when you say, are we typing the graph? What do you mean by typing the graph? So you're going to put in your M value for the top one. If you're on the tutorial, put in your M value, put in your B value. So you get that from your Desmos graphing right here. It's in this little box and it says parameters M equals and B equals. So you're just going to type in the number for M, the number for B, and then the bottom part says what is the function. So that's where you're going to plug it in to y equals M times X plus B. Okay, Luis, let me look at slide 11 and then Marley, will you choose a slide that you want to work on from the homework and we can do that one? Let's go to slide 11. Okay, Luis, I see you. All right, guys. So you're going to have 2 class kicks open. So you're going to open up, I just uploaded this one today, like this morning, 4.03 linear regression tutorial and practice. That one's not for a grade, but you're going to use those slides to help you on your 4.03 homework if you have not done that yet. Okay, Luis, let's take a look at your 11. I think your answer is right. Maybe it just wants it. I don't know why it's. It looks like you did it right. Let's see. Okay, I think that change your 0.5 to 0.4 and see if that gives it the correct answer. And then take your comma out. There you go. Sorry, I know that's so annoying, but good job. Yeah, you did it 100% correct. Okay, so Marley, are you using Desmos or your graphing calculator? RJ, let me look. Your graphing calculator. Okay, perfect. Okay, so RJ, a function means it's going to be y equals M times X plus B. So it has to start with y equals. You're going to put a number in for the slope. And then a number in for your y-intercept. So your slope is right. Your slope is that big long number you typed. So you can just put it in as 4.4. Okay, so 4.4x and then minus whatever your y-intercept is. Okay, Sky, if you will go to slide 2, I just uploaded this document to help you guys. So it's called 4.03 linear regression tutorial. If you will go to slide 2 and scroll down to where it says step 3, I've listed out the steps for you, but I'll tell you again here. So when you type in your stat table, your X and your Y's, and you complete a linear regression, you are then going to, you get this blue box here that says Y equals M times X plus B. Highlighted in yellow, it says M equals and B equals. So for step 4, how you write it as a function is you're going to write it in slope-intercept form, which is y equals M times X plus B. But instead of writing M, you are going to write the value it gave you for M. So for this example, it gave me 3.8. So I got, instead of M, I wrote 3.8. And then for B, you're just going to plug in the number it gave you for B. Okay, Marley, were you able to type it in? I'm going to try to find you on the first slide, and I'll look at your work here. Wait, where are you? Are you on the homework? Or are you on the I don't see you on the homework. Okay, what slide are you on, Marley? So I can come find you. 6. For 4.03 homework? Okay. Okay, who was asking me? Okay, no problem. How did I get the blue box? Okay, so Amara, let me look on slide 12 for you real quick. Okay, so not quite. So Amara, your X column should be the top, the meal cost, and the Y value is the tip. So we're finding the tip value. So did you put it in as the top the top row is X's and the bottom row is Y's? I think you might have done it backwards. Yeah, L1. Okay, L1 is the same as X. And then, good question. L2 is the same as Y. That's a good question. Okay, so to find predicted value means you're going to plug in whatever number it's asking you. So like on slide number 12 in the homework, it's saying use the function to predict the tip if the next meal costs $10.50. So you're going to plug in 10.5 to the function that you just wrote above it and then solve for that Y value. And you're just putting in the Y value. Good question. Okay, so Sky, for if your M value is 4.357, we want to round it to the nearest 10th. So that would make it 4.4. And then your B value is negative 156.1. So now go ahead and rewrite it. 4.4 is going to go here in front of X, and then negative 156.1 is going to go where your B is. So you can round everything to the nearest 10th. Okay, so good, Amara. Let's go ahead and make that. Go ahead and let your M be 0.16, and then your B value can be negative 0.3. It should be a negative. That's what I got whenever I put it in. Don't forget behind your 0.16 to put your X. Amara, do you want to send me, or like if you could copy and paste maybe what, are you doing it on Desmos or your graphing calculator? Graphing, okay. So what did it give you for your B value? Does it say positive 0.299? It doesn't say negative? Okay, it should be negative. I'm gonna run it on mine again. Okay, Noxia, were you able to follow the directions on slide number 2? on the tutorial. So what you're going to do for Desmos, you do the plus sign and you hit the table button. Were you able to find that table? Okay, so now go ahead and type in your numbers. Oops, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm going to help you with this one. Yeah, if you're just now joining, we are in class kick right now. All right, let's see. Whoops, 1 second. Okay, thank you, Amara. I'll look at those real quick. Oh, there's a negative sign. It's like right in front of that decimal. That looks like a negative sign to me. Is that a negative sign? Yeah, it's like real tiny. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so now go ahead and make that just your negative 0.3. Don't forget your x goes after your 0.16. Okay, and then where is there's actually no code for this one. I went ahead and assigned it to you. Okay, so Naxia, are you ready for me to help you with the Desmos? I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see how I typed all of this in. Let me do a screen share. There we go. Okay, so Naxia, I'm going to show you real quick how to do this because the buttons are a little tricky. So I'm doing the one that's from the example, but so you've got your table in here. Okay, give me just a second, Paulina. You've got your table. Wait, you can't see anything on my... Let me try to move it over here and see if you can see. What about now? Can you see? Did that fix it? You can't see my screen still? Okay. Well, I don't know why that's happening. Okay. So, never mind. Let's go back. All right. So, Paulina, what you're going to do, then I can try to draw this on the whiteboard since this is not really working. When you've got your table typed in here, this is like your, I think they call it just like row 1. Underneath, you are going to type in this expression here. So you're going to type, you're going to go down to the next line that says number 2, and you're going to type in y1 And then to find the like little squiggly button, let me see if I can post a picture here. There we go. Let me try to paste this on another slide. So you'll type in Y1, and to find the squiggly button, you will click on the keyboard button. Okay, so all of this is going right here in this second row. So you type Y1, then you're going to hit this keyboard button, and you're going to hit where it says like ABC. So you're going to get to these letters, and it's right down here. It looks like a little squiggle. You're going to hit that button and then type in M. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing here. Yeah, M and then X1 plus B. It's right here on the keyboard. You'll have to click the, like, instead of saying 1, 2, 3 down here, it will say ABC. So you'll get to ABC and then click it, and it will be right down here. And then you will just hit enter, and that's when it will bring up the M and the B for you, if that makes sense, Noxia. Sky, that's exactly right, except for on your y-intercept where you have minus 156.1. You're not going to put an X behind that, okay? So just take that X off. Okay, Zachary, let's take a look at your slide 12 real quick. Okay, so Zachary, the only reason it's counting that wrong, you did it right by putting it. I'm not sure why it's counting it wrong. Let me look at, I don't know why it's having so many troubles. Let me see if I can fix that. If you want to try, Zachary, taking out your zeros, I don't know if that will help. So instead of doing 0.2, just put 0.2x and then do minus 0.3 and see if that works. Sky, it might be because you're adding a negative. If you want to take out that plus sign and just keep the minus. What's your question, Angel? Sorry, I'm trying to help. Can I activate? Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to help these people that are in here on there. Okay, did that work? There we go. Okay, perfect. Good, Zachary. Okay, Sky, let me look at yours and see if I can help you figure out why it's not counting it correct. Yay. Okay, good, Zachary. Okay, good, Sky. There you go. Perfect. So now what you're going to do then, Sky, since you have your function, y equals 4.4x minus 156.1, it says to use the function to predict the weight of a shark whose length is 75. So you're going to now plug, whoops, I didn't mean to do that right now. You're going to now plug in 75 for x. So you'll do 4.4 times 75 minus 156.1. And then whatever number you get is what you're going to type in that predicted value box. I feel like somebody said they had a question and I might have missed it. Erica, was it you? Did you have a question? Oh, on slide 8. Okay, let me meet you there. Slide 8. Okay, Erica, what's your question on 8? Oh, sorry. It's because I'm on 6. Hold on.
The rounding.
Okay. So tenths, let's try to just put it in as 0.4 minus 19.8, but let me check and see. Yeah, it should just be 0.4x minus 19.8. You have it right. It just, tenths just means 1 like one number after the decimal. So, okay, let's see. I'm going in order. Allie, in 4.03 homework on slide 7. What R value? Okay, so Allie, are you using Desmos or your graphing calculator? Okay, awesome. So when you go to Desmos, let me go back to my little pictures here. You will get your R value. I'm going to circle it here. Right when you run your linear regression and you type in this y1 and then the squiggle, mx1 plus b, it will also give you r squared and r. So that r value is what you're going to type in for the correlation coefficient. And remember, the closer that number is to 1, the stronger the correlation it is. So for instance, this correlation was 0.98. So that's almost 1. So this would be a very strong correlation. So you can type in yours. For this one, it's just asking, is the correlation strong? Yes or no. So you'll just type in yes or no. Okay, so then RJ. Okay, slide 6. Let me go back to slide 6 and help you. Okay, so for the predicted value, that's what I was just telling Sky. It says, what's the predicted value for a shark whose length is 75 inches? You're going to plug 75 in for X, and then whatever number you get, that's your Y value. Amara, do you mean like how do you find the correlation coefficient? Okay, so you're going to find that since you're using your graphing calculator, you will calculate, let's see, yours is going to be, I think it is, hold on, I want to make sure I tell you the right thing. Okay, so if you have your calculator, you're going to hit the second button, and then here, let me just post this little thing since I can't post this will turn on your diagnostic, which means every time you run a linear regression, you will now be able to see there we go. You'll be able to see your R value. So I would leave your diagnostic on. If you're ever doing a regression and you can't see it, just go back to this, turning your diagnostic on. You can't really get the A equals sign. Wait, what do you mean? How do you get an equal sign? RJ, what do you mean? Okay, Amara, so what you're going to do is you can like exit out of everything on your calculator. You're going to hit the second button, and then there is a button right above the 0. Like you're going to hit the 0 button. So hit your second button. Mine's blue. I don't know what color yours is. Hit your second button and then the 0 button. And you're going to scroll down until you get to the letter D's and find diagnostic on. And then you're going to hit enter 2 times. So RJ, we can't really type an equal sign into the calculator. Okay, Amara. And then if you go back to your stat button and scroll over to calculate and go back down to your linear regression and then do calculate, it should give you your R squared and your R. Let me know if you need help. So for slide 7, you're going to do the exact same thing, Sky. Hours studied is your X value. The test score is your Y value. This is where you're going to get your equation here. And then where it asks you on the second question, it says correlation coefficient. That's where on step 3 of the tutorial page that I provided for you. That's where you see that R, that value that says R equals. So you're going to type that in. The closer it is to 1, the stronger the correlation. So if it's like 0.1, it's not a strong correlation. If it's like 0.7, that is a strong correlation. Okay. And then the same thing when it asks you to predict a score, that means you're just plugging in that number 4 into your very top box where you wrote your equation. Okay, somebody was asking me, Adelina, there you are. Help on slide 12. Yes, let me go there. And let's take a look. Okay, so Adelina, for your, are you using Desmos or your graphing calculator? Okay, so when you put in your 2 lists, your top number or your L1 should have been the meal cost. Is that how you put it in? I think you might have done it backwards. So L1 should be 4.75, 6.84, 12.52. And then your L2 column is going to be the 50 cents, 90 cents, $1.50, $3. So go ahead and change that if you need to. Yeah, go ahead and flip it around. Okay, Natia, let me go look and see, okay? What number were you on? Or you just mean you're done with the whole assignment? Okay. Let me check. Wait, Naxia, are you on? Were you working on 4.03? I don't see anything on here for you. Why did that happen? That's weird. Or were you on? I bet I know where you were. I think you were on the practice one. Okay, yeah, so perfect. Naxia, you did a good job on this practice one. Now, if you want to exit out and go to your 4.03 homework and pick 5 to do, then you'll get credit for that in the grade book. Okay, Amara, let's look. So let me see if I can find out. If we go to stat and then edit. So Amara, you can try like resetting your calculator. So you'd go to second plus, and then hit the number 712. And that should kind of clear everything out for you. So you're going to hit second, then the plus sign. Okay, 7, 1, 2. So for slide 7, let's take a look, Sky. All right, so your original equation should be 5.4 good plus 70. Yep. Okay, so that's correct, except for just make sure when you write that, you have 5.4 times 4. That's perfect because you're going to plug in 4 and then do plus 76.4. Don't forget that plus sign. But yes, that's exactly correct. RJ, that's totally fine. The next small group at 10 is just going to be another one like this, where we're just going to be working on homework problems and questions that y'all have. Okay, so Noxia, what I was just telling Sky was he got his equation of 5.4x plus 76.4. The problem was asking him, what's the predicted value for 4 hours? So instead of x, he plugged in 4. And that's how he got his answer. That's how you do predicted value. Okay, Erica, let's see. For the function or the predicted value? Yep, Sky, because you're not putting that whole thing in the box. You're going to put this in your calculator and hit enter and just give me one number in the box.
The function in slide 6.
What's that?
The function in slide 6.
Okay, so we should have 4.4. Is that what you're using for your M? And then negative 156.1 should be your y-intercept.
How is that?
Let's look at what you've got.
It says round to the nearest tenth, and I'm going to the hundredths place and determine.
Yep. So like when you look at 4.3, since this is the spot we're rounding, we go to the right, it's a 5. So that means we round up. So that would be 4.4. Okay, Sky, let me look at what you've got. So 4. Oh, wait. Did I say? Yeah, that's what I meant. 5.4 times. Okay, let's look at. You just put in 98, Sky? That's the answer is 98. All you're doing is putting in the number 98. Oh, okay, Sky, you put 98 into the equation. 98 is the predicted value if they study for 4 hours. So 98 is what goes in that very bottom one. The top one is asking for the equation, which is your 5.4x plus 76.4. Okay, so Amara, linear regression is when you're finding the equation of the line. Sky, it's not a 4 in there, sweetheart. 4 is only because it was 4 hours. That should not be a 4, it should be an X. In that box where it asks for an equation, you should have a X in there. Yes, Amara, so linear regression is writing the equation of a line. So y equals mx plus b. Okay, Adelina, let me look at yours. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so what is your, were you on slide 12? Is that right, Adelina? I'm sorry, I can't remember. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, go ahead and, yep, that's right. So, because it wants us to round to the nearest 10th, your slope should actually be 0.2. So if you'll write it as 0.2x minus 0.3, then it should count it right. And then go ahead and plug in your 10.5 again, because it'll be just a little different since we made the, since we changed the slope. Yep, and then you'll get your new number. Probably because, Sky, you have your x in parentheses, and you don't have to have your x in parentheses. Okay, sorry if I've missed your question. You might have to type it again. So RJ, on slide 7, are you using Desmos or are you using the graphing calculator? Sky, let me look at yours, okay? See if I can find it. Okay, Sky, try putting in y equals in front of that. Okay, so on the calculator, RJ, I need you to double check that your diagnostic is on. When you don't have it on, it will just give you the A and B at the end. Like down here, it just gives you A and B. But when you turn diagnostic on, it will give you R squared and R. So to turn that on, you're going to hit the second button. Then you're going to hit 0. And you're going to scroll down until you get to the letter D. So you're looking for diagnostic on, and you're going to hit enter 2 times. Okay, perfect. So now go back to your, where you entered your stat, go to stat edit, where you enter your L1 and L2. If you have to change the numbers, that's fine. If you already have them in there, go ahead and go to calculate then and calculate your linear regression, and it should give you R squared and R. Okay, good. And then for the correlation coefficient, you're just using R, not R squared. Okay, Anya, let me look at yours that you were saying it says you're wrong. What number was that? Oh, okay, I see. So slide 7. Yep, there you are. Okay, so try to take, I know this is so silly, but if you will take out some of the spaces, like just type in y equals, yeah, and then take out the space in front of the 5. And then behind the y and see if that works. Okay, there you go. I know that's so silly. Even if it's wrong, like I still go through, if it says it's wrong, I still go through and check it because like you had it right. For the correlation coefficient, it's just asking you to round to the nearest hundredth. So 0.79 because we're rounding to this spot. So we look to the right, it's a 6. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome, Adelina. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, and I'm going to log into the 10 o'clock class because we might have some friends that are only joining us for 10. So in the 10 o'clock, you are more than welcome to join if you still have questions. I'm just going to open it up to any homework questions. Okay, so if you want to hop over and join in the 10 o'clock, you're more than welcome to. If you feel pretty good about this now, you most certainly do not have to. All right, guys, have a good weekend.